What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? It's your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm going to review Gladiator 2, which I did go see over the weekend. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am going to see Wicked. In fact, I'm going to see it at the time when I'm recording this video tomorrow, the day before Thanksgiving. I'm planning on taking my mother, sister, and nieces to go see it. But for right now, let's start with the first half of Wicked, which is Gladiator 2. Let's review. So Gladiator is the long-awaited sequel to Gladiator, which came out in 2000. It takes place sometime after the events of that film, in which we follow Lucius. And just like his father before him, he finds himself in the Gladiator games, fighting for his life and taking revenge for his deceased wife. Now, if you've seen my review of the first Gladiator, you know I didn't watch it that much growing up, so I'm went into Gladiator 2 not watching Gladiator that much and having but so much infinity for it. But long story short, I like Gladiator but don't love it. But that's mostly because I'm not too into Sword and Sandal movies. But when I heard about this and saw Denzel was in it, I was like, this looks interesting and you can never go wrong with Denzel. And how did I feel after seeing it? I liked it, but didn't quite love it. In fact, I don't think it's as good as the first film, and I enjoyed this one more than I did the first film, but more so on a entertainment level, because there are things that happen in this movie where you just gotta suspend your disbelief, like arenas with sharks. How the hell they got that in there, don't know. The tigers were one thing in the first film, but monkeys. Ridley Scott does return to direct this one, and it's like he basically just picked up where he left off. He really put his foot into this one. That's one thing I can always say about whether this movie or the last movie, is that the production and the direction, the filmmaking is never the weak point. Paul Mescal plays the role of Lucius, though Spencer Trent Clark, I don't know why they didn't bring him back. He's still acting, but I guess he just wasn't as intense that they needed this character to be, just like Maximus, played by Russell Crowe. But that's the thing. Paul Mescal, God bless him, he's good, but he's no Russell Crowe. But he did do a good job with what he was given into this film. And they do a good job of establishing, like, Lucius in his adult life and why he's doing what he's doing. Pedro Pascal, I thought, did a serviceable job in this, but at the same time, I had a hard time trying to understand his motivations, because at one minute, he's the bad guy, he's the one that Lucius is getting revenge on, but the next thing you know, it's like he's one of the good guys, and he's staging a coup against the Empire. Connie Nielsen is the only returning character from the first film, in which she returns as Lucille, and she is reunited with her long-lost son. She's the one helping Pedro Pascal commit a coup against the Empire, and she's in a bit of a tight spot because she's trying to be loyal to Pedro Pascal's character, but at the same time trying to reconnect with her son and basically trying to apologize and help him understand why she did what she did. But regardless of all that, Connie Nielsen, she did an excellent job stepping back into this role. Then you got Joseph Quinn, who's in this movie. He's basically one half of the brothers that's ruling this empire. But he was definitely one of the weakest actors. Well, him and the actor that plays his brother in this movie, they're definitely the weakest actors in this movie. And I'm not saying they're bad actors. I'm just saying they didn't do much with the material they were given. They were just told to overact and act crazy. And his character is definitely the craziest one of the brothers. And his other brother, played by Fred Hinchiger. Forgive me if I mispronounce his last name, but he's also crazy in this movie, but just on another level. But of course, the top five, maybe number one reason everybody went into this movie, and that is Denzel Washington. Everybody wanted to see him drip it up, rizz it up, and just ooze charisma, and he did all that. He was in a league of his own when he made this movie. Like, he was just in a whole, like, basically, this is everybody in Gladiator here, and meanwhile, Drake is all the way, not Drake, Denzel is all the way over here. Sorry about that. I saw a notification about a Drake video. Now, whether or not he was given the right direction for this period piece, that's up to you, but I enjoyed Denzel while he was in this movie, and he definitely rose above the material for this movie and elevated this movie. And there's also that controversy about him kissing the guy in this movie, which was cut out of the film, but I think we all know who it wasn't. It was this guy right here, because Denzel, he did have some feminine mannerisms within this movie, and particularly with this guy, you can tell like this is basically who he had a kissing scene with that was cut out of the movie. And I did not realize that that actor is Alonzo from 101 and 102 Dalmatians. Overall, despite some of the ridiculous aspects about this movie, the story being a little bit all over the place, character motivations changing and flip flopping, you don't know which antagonist to root against. This was still an entertaining film, a rip roaring good time, a bloody good time, I might say. And it's not even as long as the first one. I think it clocks in just shorter than the first film, I believe. I'll definitely say it was a little bit more well paced than the first film. No surprise here, I'm not going to really reinvent the wheel here. I like both movies equally on an entertainment level, though I think the first movie is better on the story level, but this was still an entertaining sequel. It was still an entertaining follow up that can definitely stand with the original, and that's why I'm going to give Gladiator 2 the thumbs up emoji. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen Gladiator 2? If so, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.